Temple comes into Wichita, Kansas tonight. You're watching the American Conference on ESPN. A key game for the homestanding Wichita State Shockers on the 57th birthday of head coach Greg Marshall. A 20-win campaign, but right now their season and their NCAA tournament hopes are on life support. 12-0 against Quad 3 and Quad 4. And this is a game that really does feel like Wichita State cannot lose if they want to keep their NCAA tournament hopes alive as an at-large team. Shockers start with the basketball tonight. Had won 3 in a row until a Sunday loss against Cincinnati, where Jamie Echenike had a double-double, and he breaks the scoring seal tonight. Flamethrower off target. Wichita State, their starting 5. They go back to Trey Wade in the starting lineup. They had gone a little bit smaller. They're going a little bit bigger tonight. High-octane start. Here is Nate Pierre-Louis drilling one.
Nike will be interesting to see how long he stays in before they go back to their normal lineups.
Here is Trey Wade back in the starting lineup, and he drills a 3. Last 4 games he's been playing off the bench in a buzzer beater from Eric Stevenson when they knocked off UConn in conference play.
And it doesn't matter how old you are, when you celebrate your birthday, you do want good things to happen. You want to go home and enjoy that birthday cake tonight.
Turnover by Stevenson. Pierre-Louis unable to finish with the deterrence of Trey Wade. It's run down by Damian Moore, though. Here is Quentin Rose. Good tip-in at the rim.
Again, we get off to that quick start offensively, but that's not what these teams do. They defend.
Yeah.
You know, they're 2 of the better teams in the country, with Wichita being a top 25 defensive team in the country. So points usually at a premium when these 2 teams play.
Dexter Dennis, though, drills a 3.
Now, Dexter Dennis has that ability to create his own shot. If he can really get going offensively, he can be a nightmare for the rest of this league come tournament time.
Alani Moore answers on a good kick out. Noah Fernandez is on for Wichita State, as is Morris Udeze. Monty Scott finding Jake Forrester at the rim, and a foul is called.
With Greg Marshall and this Wichita team, which center is going to get his name called?
Anything and turn to anyone to try to generate offense and try to get some. It's held under 40% this season. Here is Pierre-Louis. Try to dump it out for Forrester, and a good job by Noah Fernandez, the freshman, to get his hand in there. Dennis back the other way to the rim.
He's so dynamic in the open floor. He's the best athlete on this team. And when he gets going in transition, the only way you're going to stop him is you got to get way above the rim.
Forrester. The left-hand hook wouldn't go, and Udeze has the rebound. Early 4-point advantage for Wichita, 8 minutes in.
And I like the pace of Fernandez. You can see the tempo is picked up since he's come in the game. He wants to get in that lane and find shooters on the perimeter.
He'll fire one and rattle it home.
So well lately. Was 2 for 2 from 3 against Cincinnati. Has picked it up, being 1 for 1 for today. Love his approach at the point guard and his team-first mentality.
We talked about it. Wichita State in a desperate spot right now. We'll talk to Joe Lunardi in a little bit about their prospects already this year. And now he gets the pick. Alani Moore back the other way with a quick forward.
Do you see them in, or do you think they got some work to do in the tournament still?
Right. Schedule. Only one quad 1 game as the net rankings stand right now remaining until the conference tournament. That's on the road next week in Memphis. We'll be there for that as Stevenson puts home a 2.
The beater this year.
Yeah.
They have won several ACC games with the Butter, and now they're right there. A couple things happen. They could get another title this year in the ACC.
Quentin Rose, so good on the defensive end, the all-time American Conference steals leader.
To the free throw line. So Temple would love to see him make a couple shots to get back to his old ways of scoring.
There he is on cue. He'll put it home and draw the whistle.
And it still is going right, and that's what Quentin Rose does. When he goes right, he's very tough to defend, especially being 6'8" around the basket.
But to your point about the shooting, he's 1 for his last 18 from three-point range. They would love to see that number get back up. He's shooting a career low from outside. Stevenson to Echenike, blocked by Damian Moore.
Good call by Aaron McKee, starting Damian Moore, defensively making a difference.
Echenike, the first meeting in Philadelphia, career high in both points and rebounds. He had 20 and 13 combination.
It has, and Jake Forster's a young sophomore, getting better, but sometimes they're center, and that's the only focal point right now Damian Moore has.
Here he's guarding Echenike, and Alani Moore comes from the backside to deflect the ball away. Rose stepping through Echenike, puts it home, and a foul. Let's see if they count it, and it looks like Michael Stevens will.
Floodgates starting to open. Once he scored one, immediately gets back, gets his second. That's what scored. Transition for the easy baskets. When you get Wichita in the half court, again, their field goal percent's only 40 on the year. They haven't performed at a high level in the half court. That's what you want to do.
Rose is going to get tagged here with the push-off. He'll pick up the first foul.
And even though Quentin Rose gets the foul, you can see the arm come out. Stevenson does a really good job squaring him up.
Here he comes to the scorer's table.
What it does, Adam, is when he comes into, it'll let Burton move over and attack more. And they might need Burton scoring in this game, as some shooters are struggling from the perimeter right now to make shots.
He had 30 free throw attempts. Most of those from Jaron Cumberland, who had 22 at the free throw line, and I know he's a powerhouse, but they had some serious issues.
His head going right to the rim, and he's so big and strong and wide, there's just contact when he gets there.
I would imagine probably to the under 4. Scott stripped. Here comes Etienne to Wade. And throws it down. We've seen so far points off turnovers. The guys in the studio just talking about it. 9 giveaways leading to 12 Temple points. And Temple's been in control the last few minutes as Monty Scott takes it in and puts the Owls up by 6.
Second chance points. Wichita thrives on offensive rebounds. They only have 1 second chance point right now, which is not how they win games.
The top half of the American Conference in offensive rebounding percentage. The double on Echenike. Good pass to Wade. That's been their best offense, really.
Wade has been really aggressive attacking the rim, but credit Echenike with his vision. I don't know if you want to double him that far out. Moore has done a really good job defending him one-on-one. And
Temple did not really double Echenike right on the catch the first meeting between these two teams. That's a good play defensively by Trey Wade. Jamarius Burton all the way home. Silencer when they need it the most. Third 3 for Alani Moore, the second.
I'll say it again. Know your role. Be good at your role. Has not taken a bad shot, has not turned the ball over, but has been an unsung hero in this first half for Temple.
He ties for the American Conference lead in 3-point makes. Wade trying to answer for 3. Trey Wade doing it again.
And this is the best half I've seen Trey Wade play. He's a top 25 junior college player coming to Wichita. You can see him now blending in. When he makes shots, boy, he is tough player to defend.
Damian Moore unable to connect. Wade the rebound. Here's Etienne to tie it. As the ball was still over the cylinder when Echenike grabbed the board. Temple by 2. Here's Wade. Burton in traffic. Wade for the lead.
Have yourself a half, Trey Wade, for the first half.
Pierre Louis able to connect. This has been Temple, Wichita State. That's how these games have gone. Nice pass inside, and Trey Wade finishes on the Fernandez feed.
You know, the substitution to put Fernandez in the game has just changed the
it.
whole tempo of this game. Now, Wichita's making shots, but also they're being set up for shots.
Monty Scott, tough finish. Target. Scott up ahead to Pierre-Louis. He'll beat the buzzer and leave it short. A 1-point advantage for Temple, but you said it, Trey Wade, have a half, perfect from the floor, averaging 7 a game. Had not produced much as of late, but 18 in the first half. We got a ball game in Wichita, boys. Strong, good balance from Temple, and they took advantage of some early giveaways by Wichita State. This is a typical game, it feels like, between Wichita State and Temple. They've always played close ones. Stevenson with the putback. Typical Wichita State-Temple game. This has been a typical game in the American Conference this year. Another close game last night in the league. And sure enough, we've got another close one tonight. Damian Moore with a hook shot that he'd been working on.
Some glass, we talked about how key that is for the Shockers.
You saw him, he set that back screen to try to set up Wade. Here he is for 3. First
down at half.
By the slimmest of margins at 1 at halftime. Burton got it to Echenike, who hooks it in.
Temple to try to spread it a little bit with 5 out.
Oh, nice pass. Pierre-Louis missed the bunny. Alani Moore set him up perfectly.
And that's one Pierre-Louis wishes he had back. He's usually one of the better finishers in the league.
And he did a good job of knocking that ball away. This time he'll close it.
Sling back and turning it around and getting the basket.
I wonder if Greg Marshall is asking Ron Groover about that last play. There's the double on Echenike with the smaller Moore. Burton sinks a 3. His second field goal of the night. Just flipped it up there. A little out of control, and Mormon grabs it. Oh, good job by Stevenson to deflect the transition play. Echenike, the home run to Burton. Rose when they needed another one. He sinks a big shot. Wichita State had just tied its largest lead of the game at 7.
And that was a big possession for Temple.
Yep.
Game starting to get away from the senior Quentin Rose. We talked about it. He has to play well for them to have a chance down the stretch.
There's the freshman. Knocked away by Rose. Quentin Rose draws the contact and puts it in.
A lot on both ends of the floor, but for him, he literally does it on both ends of the floor.
17 points off 11 turnovers. Temple by 2 games in the Big Ten. Big doubleheader on ESPN and the ESPN app on Saturday. Monty Scott got fouled and put it in. Chance at a 3-point play for Scott. Victory over UConn. Didn't shoot the ball very well against East Carolina. He's come up with some big...
This has really struggled from the line. 13 to 26 in their last game. So it could be a difference maker down the stretch.
That too will count for Forrester on the Dennis goaltend.
Might not be a bad thing for Wichita unless Temple can make some drastic improvements from their last game.
Rose, the cross. Echenike denies him. Hopefully he's all right. He's landing off. He's standing there denying Pierre-Louis, who got it back, got it to Forrester, who commits, beg your pardon, draws the 3rd Dexter Dennis foul.
Again, Temple has to make free throws. This is a big adjustment they have to make from their last game.
8 of 12 in a game that ended up going to double overtime, which they did win. Had some major issues against East Carolina when the crowd got up after a technical foul on Sunday. That ended up being a loss when they went into a scoreless drought late. But after leading by 1 at halftime, Temple regains the 1-point lead in a game that's gone back and forth all night. Stevenson down to Echenike and 1. Back-to-back double-doubles against Temple this year. He's been really good as of late. Echenike, the double, the pass, the good read by Scott to deflect it. Another turnover by Wichita State. Tough shot, Monty Scott, and a foul. He'll have a chance to give Temple the lead. They go a little bit bigger with the 6'9" sophomore who's seen his minutes go back up as of late. Another missed free throw for Temple. We remain tied at 56.
out of bounds instead of running the offense and taking care of the ball. Can't afford unforced turnovers this late in the season.
Monty Scott again puts it home. Jump out on Etienne. Stevenson throwing it up for Wade, and he draws a foul.
Elected up. Stevenson's made some shots. Echenike has played much better offensively in the second half.
Yep.
But Tradeway's energy and his energy play.
There is a little bit of a muted tension right now in this place. Cincinnati, this is a key game against a team with a net ranking of 112. You cannot afford a loss. Rose got Wade in the air and put it in. Temple leads by 4. Burton, long 2, well short. Loose ball, who wants it? Saved on the deck by Monty Scott. Great hustle by the redshirt junior from New Jersey.
Talked about 50-50 balls. That's another one. Another 50-50 ball in the second half going to Temple.
Rose sets up Mormon, who drives on poor Bear Chandler, and he'll draw the foul.
Because they know what's at stake. Pretty much the conference championship is going to be at stake on that Sunday.
It's Mormon at those of the American tournament. Wichita State still battling for that as well. No team in the history of the league that has won the
offensive end to get going for him.
Saddled with the foul trouble, he's got 4. Here's Pierre Louis. And a reaching foul on Jamarius Burton.
16 right now. With these front ends are worth 2 points. You got to be able to make this first one.
Now they have their largest at 7.
Now, someone's
like
got to step up and make a shot for them on the offensive end.
Good seal by Echenike.
Cross screens for him. Now they brought it back to the same side and let him seal for the easy layup.
Oh, great cut by Rose. Beautiful feed by Scott. Wade. Oh, they needed it. He's finally arrived in the second half. A season-high 21 in his first points in the second stanza. It's a 4-point game as we duck inside of 4 to play.
And that's his 4th 3 of the year. That's a new dimension that he's adding for this Shocker offense, which they badly need right now. Wichita back to the zone. They haven't got stops in man. Seeing if they can get a stop in the zone and get out and transition from it.
Shot clock winding down. Perry didn't realize it. And it'll be Shocker ball on the other side, down by 4. Their first quad 3 or quad 4 loss of the year in 13 games would be a big dent in their NCAA tournament at-large hopes with the conference tournament 2 weeks away. Big take by the freshman, Tyson Etienne, and it's a 2
from Echenike and scored it. You gotta find Monte Scott in the zone.
Rose in the middle, though, will draw a foul. I'll tell you his biggest surprise at the NFL Combine, and Denver Nuggets head coach Michael Malone will join the show before night. Big miss by Quentin Rose there. Splits the pair.
In the final stretch of the game, Burton's played majority of this half. Give him a chance to close this out.
Here he is. Here's Dennis with the 4 fouls. Etienne, late in the clock. The kick to Burton. From the baseline. 1-point game. Oh, Dennis almost got the steal. Scott gets a clean look. Off target, rebounded by Echenike. Shockers with a chance for the lead inside of 2 minutes to go. Out of control, Burton, but a blocking foul is called.
He attacks him offensively. I love this. His family motto is hard work pays off. His hard work on those jump shots and his ability to get the rim is paying off for Wichita today.
In the double figures he goes to tie the game. Teammates call him Grandpa.
get some offensive runs for themselves.
Oh, back pass by Moore. Burton scored it. Wichita State ball with 1:20 remaining.
You got to think either Echenike or Burton will have the ball in their hands to make the play.
Here's Burton. To Dennis. Still working.
Stevenson's their better passer. He knows where this ball is intended to go.
To Burton. He's got to shoot it. Off the front rim, and the ball in the hands of Rose. Temple looks for the lead. Rose all the way in, missed it. Rebounded by Stevenson with 50 seconds left. And a 12 to shoot with Burton.
And if you're Temple, you gotta box out. Don't let Wichita get an offensive rebound if they miss.
Burton to the rim, put it in! 3-point game, 20 seconds remaining. One timeout for Temple if they won. They'll use it here with 13.5 to go. Rivers again in the clutch.
When you spend a lot of time in the gym and it means a lot to you, you make plays late in the game. This is the 5th and 6th point for Burton in the last 2 minutes. His hard work is helping get his Wichita team hopefully in the NCAA tournament again.
3-point shooters is on the floor. Here he is. Scott to tie the game. In and out! And a whistle and a foul call as Perry went up top to get it. Is 3 for 3 tonight. It's 2 free throws. Sinks that one. Find the pressure. Home run ball for Burton. Runs it down, and Moore commits the foul with 4.2 to go. It's 1-1. No timeouts for Temple. 4-point game, 4 seconds to go. And Stevenson with a foul. Then you think about missing the second.
You gotta miss the second. Try to tip it out and get a 3.
So he makes this one.
And try to tip back. You have Scott and Moore ready in the tip areas to shoot 3s.
Oh, it rimmed in. Rose didn't want to make it. 2-point game, 2.6 left. Inbound to Echenike. He's fouled by Quentin Rose.
If you miss this, you probably have one dribble out, and then you got to heave it.
Off front rim, tipped to Dennis. And the Shockers survive against the Owls. They trailed by 7 late in the second half. A 14-4 run to close the game in a gritty effort for Greg Marshall's bunch in particular. The man with the old soul, Jamarius Burton, with some clutch makes on Greg Marshall's 57th birthday. And the Shockers still squarely on the bubble. Avoid a brutal loss at home as they win their 21st of the season and still alive for a top 4 seed in the league.
And you know, credit Temple. You know, every time Wichita seemed to pull away, they made a run at it. But you have to love it when your hardest working guy, Jamarius Burton, who's always in the gym, and all his articles you read about him is how much he's in the gym and he loves it. When he makes winning plays at the end, it's just fun to see a guy be rewarded for his hard work.
Jamarius Burton is going to join us in a moment, but first, let's get a preview of another big bubble game. USC and Arizona. My man Bill Walton's on the call.